Kia ora, I'm David Chaston with 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. This week at Everything You Need to Know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock with news. Holiday season retail cheerleaders may have to work harder this year to induce spending. First, Americans are expected to be out retail shopping this week in record numbers, up almost 2% this year than last year. But doubts are also rising about how much they will spend. Research shows shoppers are wary of high prices driven by tariff taxes, are hitting the streets mainly in search of bargains and with stricter budgets. The recoil that, quote, everything is more expensive, unquote, comes as other surveys show Americans refuse to dip into savings to pay for holiday shopping. That is leaving many observers suspecting this year's holiday sales volumes may be stunted. And local manufacturers are finding that retailers are not ordering like they used to. The Dallas Fed's Texas factory survey retreated in November, a fourth consecutive monthly contraction in manufacturing activity in the state and the steepest since June. Interestingly, outlook views worsened even though they reported a modest rise in new orders. Cost pressures rose. Meanwhile, Canada's manufacturing sales data for October turned negative, although not as negative as expected. This comes after an unexpectedly upbeat September, so more of a settling than a decline there. On the geopolitical trade front, China has made some more soybean purchases, but relatively minor ones. It does keep the Americans interested, but so far in the 2025-26 season, they've brought only about 12% of their trade deal agreement. The US Treasury 10-year yield is now at 4.04%, down 2 basis points from yesterday. And the price of gold will start today at $4,096 an ounce, up $32 from yesterday. American oil prices have largely held from yesterday to be just under $58.50 a barrel in the US, while the international Brent price is now just over $62.50 a barrel. And the Kiwi dollar is holding at just on 56.1 US cents, unchanged from yesterday. Against the Aussie, we're also holding at just under 86.9 Australian cents. But against the euro, we've dipped 10 basis points at 48.7 euro cents. That all means our trade-weighted index starts today at just over 60.8 and down a bit less than 10 basis points. You can get more news about the economy in New Zealand from interest.co.nz. Kia ora, I'm David Chaston, and we'll do this again tomorrow.